Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are on location at the Metropolitan District Learn and Earn 2024 version. And with me in the house, Mr. James Guerrera from Newtown, Connecticut. Hey, James, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good today.
Fantastic. So, what do you think of the Learn and Earn program?
Well, it's been pretty informative so far. I mean, we got to go to all these different plants, locations, and it's been nice getting to see all these things you never would have thought that go on behind the scenes.
Yeah. There's a lot that happens behind. You know, people take the drinking water for granted. You know, you turn on the faucet and water comes out, but there's a lot that goes on behind that. So, yeah. Now you're a senior at Newtown High School.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any career paths that you're looking to seek out as far as that goes, or tell me?
Yeah, in terms of majors, I'm interested in neuroscience and biology, and
Okay.
yeah, going down the line, I'm hoping to get in, some sort of lab setting. I think that would be interesting, more akin to what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, as we get up into Barkhamsted and Reservoir 6 and so forth, you're gonna get exposed to some great lab stuff up there. You know, Robin and the crew up there. We have a lot of forensics, a lot of biologists, and so forth. And again, there's a lot of that goes on behind the scenes in making drinking water. There's a lot of testing that goes on as far as that goes. And as we see, so far from the departments that we've been to visit, so what are you thinking? Which one do you like best so far?
Well, I would say I was most impressed with the sand filters that we got to see. Just seeing how large of a space that was underground, which walking by you never would have seen.
Nope, exactly.
And I mean, that technology, it's been around since the Romans.
Yeah, it is.
And we still use it today. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and that West Hartford sand filter plant is the oldest slow sand filter in the in the Northeast. In fact, I think it's in the above the equator. My God, I think that's what Ray Burrell says, so forth. But yeah, it's been around. It's tried and true. It's proven. It takes up a lot more space than a conventional system, but it still works, and it's still working today. So, as far as that, so what courses are you taking in high school now?
Well, I took AP Bio last year and also Human Anatomy, which was one of my favorite courses.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I took some AP Physics, which that was something. It was probably the most difficult class I've ever had to take. But I mean, at the end of the day, you learn a lot from it.
Sure. Any aspirations as far as picking out colleges go? Or you have have you applied for any colleges yet?
Well, yeah, actually, I'm already decided. I'm going to Wesleyan University.
Middletown, Connecticut.
Yep.
That's right across the river from where I live. So that's awesome. They got some great programs over there.
Yeah, beautiful place, and they have great facilities too.
Yes. Yeah, their whole lab building over there is phenomenal, unbelievable. I did they have an awesome film program over there, and Janine Basinger, who is the curator, in fact, of the film and movie program over there. I interviewed her, and she's amazing as far as that goes. And like I say, that's the university itself is just so picturesque. The architecture that they have over there is great. So I think you're going to enjoy that. They really will. So that's good. And again, working in more biology, is that the major? Nice. Okay. What do you do for hobbies? Talk to me.
Well, recently the past couple of years during high school, I've been getting into ultimate frisbee.
Really?
Yeah. I was never really like a big frisbee guy, but then during math, my math teacher was running the ultimate frisbee team as the coach.
Okay.
And he said, you might be a good fit for my team. He was doing some advertisement. And I thought I'd give it a try, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Nice. They have Frisbee at Wesleyan, too.
Absolutely.
I know that. I do a lot of the sound for the football games over there. And they're always out in the field and so forth. But, yeah, that's great. Anything else as far as that goes? You do any...
Well, yeah, so I also do swimming on the high school swim team. And
okay.
That's been fun so far. Still deciding on whether or not I would actually go into swimming in Wesleyan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to see. If I would, it would probably be not really a club sport, maybe just third division.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they have a great pool over there, from that sense. So, what attracted you to Wesleyan?
I mean, it's one of the big factors was the fact that it's pretty close by,
Okay.
especially to where my mom works over here in Hartford. I mean, if I ever need something, then it's a little distance away that she has to go, but it's far enough where I still feel
Right down
like
Route,
on my own.
right down Route 9. That's all. You're there from here, as far as that goes. Yeah. Now, you go as far as your parents were both working in Hartford.
No, only my mom is a lawyer.
Oh,
She's, right nearby.
Oh, well, that's cool. That's cool. So, as far as what we've done, so we're going to be touring the filter plants up in Reservoir 6, and we're going to be going to Barkhamsted. Anything stick out in your mind as far as on the itinerary so far?
So just going around to see that, I mean, what we were learning before is pretty fascinating about how all of that area in Barkhamsted, it all trickles down into what we have here in Hartford. It's pretty incredible how just that reservoir right there powers like 60% of 60% of the water, I think, that went into that filtering plant in West Hartford.
Oh yeah, and and the neat thing about it, the engineering that went on way back when the Hartford the water company was formed and it became MDC. All of that is by gravity. And it goes all the way from Barkhamsted through Hartford down to East Hartford, down to Newington to Wethersfield, the whole 9 yards. And it's pretty amazing the architectural feat that in designing the system. As far as that works out. What would you think of the tunnel project we went to see this morning?
Honestly, incredible. I mean, just that one machine that was boring tunnels through the earth, it was absolutely gigantic. And you never would have imagined. I would have imagined it's a bunch of smaller or...
Yeah, now 18-foot diameter.
Yeah.
My God, it is... it was, it bores a hole at least 20 feet, but the finished product once they get the pipelining in and so forth.
And then it also lays out the outside of the tunnel. It's honestly incredible.
Yes.
And really shows how far things have come.
Yes. So anyway, so on I usually ask some personal questions. What kind of music do you like?
What kind of music I like? Well, I'm more of a smooth jazz kind of person myself.
Nice. Any favorite artists?
None really come to mind. I just more so peruse. I go around a bit.
Okay, cool. Do you remember the first concert you ever went to?
Believe it or not, I've never been to a concert.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really? Well, we got, with so many great music venues around here. We got to
I'll have to in college now that
Oh my God.
all the great films that go on around Wesleyan.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yes, I do. Used to do quite a few frat parties over in Wesleyan. They're very interesting musical taste over there. And so,
Very.
They go from there. But yeah. Okay, so one of the questions I normally ask is if you got stuck on a desert island, okay, what kind of food could you eat every day?
Ooh. Well, one of my favorite foods has to be, well, what would I say? I'd say maybe some Alfredo pasta. That would be pretty good with we'll say that. We'll say linguine Alfredo.
Okay, all right.
If I could manage to bring that with me.
You're going to have to hook up with Alex over there
Yeah.
because he's Italian. He loves to cook. As far as that, nice. So, all right. Well, look, hey, I wish you luck in school. Fantastic. You're going to be graduating in June, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the future of the water and wastewater industry, and one of our Learn and Earn students, Mr. James Guerrera, okay, from Newtown, Connecticut. So, James, congratulations on being
you.
part of the Learn and Earn program. Thank you, and good luck on your remaining of your senior year, and maybe we'll run into each other in Wesleyan. So, I usually hang around over there a little bit.
Yeah.
So, that is all. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers that you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are again live on location for the 2024 Learn and Earn program, sponsored by the Metropolitan District in Hartford. And with us in the house is Nie, who is actually from Windsor. Hi, how are
Hello.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, are you enjoying the boot camp?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, you took some great pictures yesterday. Well, so we go from there. So tell me, how did you learn about the Learn and Earn program?
My mom's friend told her about it, and then she told me that I should apply. 'Cause
Okay.
She said it would be like an interesting thing, like looking into like engineering and stuff like that.
Okay, is that kind of where you're leaning for a career path or engineering way?
Not right now, but I'm like pretty open to a lot of different things. And she said like there's like a lot of like different departments you could work around. So like it's not just like building things. You could also there's like a lot of different things that you could do.
Nice. So, from what we've seen so far, what department kind of stuck out?
I liked when we went to headquarters yesterday, and also today when we went to like look at like the construction planning and stuff like that. Like I like working on projects and things like that.
There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. So, yeah, I mean, the careers within this industry are amazing, and the career umbrella for the careers in both water and wastewater is very, very large. Engineering, you've got engineers, you've got wastewater people, you've got HR people, you've got interns, you've got construction people, you've got various types of engineering, and to go from there. The tunnel project was pretty amazing. It's a lot going on down there to go from there, and it's that all has to be designed, from that standpoint. And when you're looking at going forward, are you looking at any specific colleges or?
I'm thinking like NYU. Like,
Oh.
I definitely want to go to like school in New York.
Ah, okay. I have my niece's daughter is at NYU. She's a theater major down there. There's a lot happening in the Big Apple for sure, and so forth. So looking at that now, you're a senior this year?
I'm a junior.
Oh, you're a junior. Okay, so you got one more year to go. So okay, well that's good. I mean, now's the time to start looking. Any other schools that you've looked at?
There's this school, it's called Fashion Institute of Technology, and I don't know if I want to do like specifically fashion, but they have like advertising majors and like marketing and like
Okay.
business, so I think that would be interesting too.
Nice. You go from there. Beautiful. Yeah, I think when you got into the Learn and Earn program, we got a great bunch of students. I think you guys are really stellar. You're very well engaged, and which makes our job easy. Plus, it's fun. To go from there. I know Professor Winterbottom's working on some lab stuff. So, did you get to do some of the dilution and solutions?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that come out? Okay.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's great. What do you do for hobbies?
I like sewing. I like reading. I like producing music. Yeah.
Really? What kind of music?
Like pop music, like R&B, stuff like that.
Okay, nice. I have a very deep musical background. My degree is actually, I'm a music teacher by trade, but I've been in the water industry for 50 years, so it's one of those things. But retired. I also own a music store in a music school. So, do you have any favorite artists?
I like some like the older artists. Lately I've been listening to like Britney Spears a lot.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you a Swiftie by any chance?
No, I don't know.
Alex, she's not a Swiftie. Yeah. Well, it's again, but Brittany's been she's been around a long time.
Yeah.
My God, and she's got to be in her 40s now.
Yeah. I think so.
My God. You have any other hobbies? Or what do you like to sew?
I like sewing dresses a lot. It's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any particular styles that?
I don't know. I wanted to get like some more like vintage patterns or like stuff like costume patterns. I think that'd be fun to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So, do you have a sewing machine?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Is it a singer?
I think it's a brother.
Oh, it's a brother.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know. My wife had a singer. I guess that was growing up or whatever. We go from there. So, excellent. So, are you involved in any sports at school?
I did lacrosse for
Oh.
freshman year and this year, but I think I want to do tennis this year.
Okay. All right. Have you ever played pickleball?
Oh yeah, sometimes like in gym class.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Cool. That they do it inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Have you ever played dodgeball?
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing back in the day, dodgeball. Go, wow, excellent. Anyway, what kind of foods do you like? One of the questions I always ask is, if you got stuck on a desert island, what kind of food could you eat every day?
I love lasagna.
Alex he's Italian. He loves Italian food. So anyway, are you vegetarian lasagna or meat lasagna?
We eat meat lasagna.
Yeah, the real deal. Yeah, we went to high test stuff. So, any other foods? What kind of desserts are your favorite desserts?
I like ice cream. I like cheesecake.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, fantastic. Do you have any favorite restaurants?
I don't think so. Sometimes we go to Cheesecake Factory because my sister works there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, employee discount.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, is your sister older or younger?
Yeah, older.
Oh, okay. Now, is she still in school, or where is she?
Yeah, she's doing like a nursing program
Ah,
right now. Yeah.
oh, okay. Exactly. So, all right. Well, anyway, I think we've covered a lot, or we're and a lot more to cover as far as, you're going to be able to see some great lab stuff. You're going to see, the reservoirs up in Reservoir 6 at Barkhamsted, and it's amazing, the amount of acreage that the Metropolitan District owns. You're going to see, but we've got a lot more careers that you're going to be exposed to, and we hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I am.
To go from there. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of our Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry. And with us in the house is Maguette, and she is from Windsor, Connecticut, and she likes Italian food. So, Maguette, thank you so much for taking part in our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay. That is all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the Careers You Didn't Know About. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are live on location at the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn program, 2024 version. And ladies and gentlemen, with us in the house from East Hartford, Connecticut, is Miss Amelia Yanka. Hi, Amelia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
What do you think of the boot camp so far?
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. I've learned so many things, so many great things that I think will impact my choice
Really?
of careers in the future.
Now, are you a junior or senior?
I'm going to my junior year.
You're going into my junior year. And, from prior to being exposed to the boot camp, what career path were you leaning for?
I was interested in aerospace engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I wanted to build things, and also I heard that if you get an engineering and aerospace degree, you can become an astronaut.
There you go. Now that's an aspiration. becoming an astronaut. I've been in space for years. So that's great. That's fantastic. So, out of, all of the departments that we've, been exposed to so far here at the Metropolitan District, obviously, what department stuck out?
Probably the meter department or the civil engineering
Okay.
department.
All right.
Just because in the civil engineering department, I loved the way like we got to like go on site and we got to see them building the construction for their new project.
Okay. Yeah.
And for the meter department, I like the fact that we got to build the meters.
Take a water
and
meter
take
apart. Yes.
them apart.
Yeah.
I feel like that was really interactive.
Yeah, and people don't realize, that that the things that make the water industry tick, and like the meter readers and the water meters, that those are basically the cash register for the water industry. That's how they pay for everything. As far as that goes. So I mean, obviously you're from East Hartford, you have city water,
Yeah.
okay, and from that standpoint, you get to a point where. You don't realize that when you turn on the water, there's so much that goes on behind the
Yeah.
scenes, to go from there. Yeah. When you think of water, what do you think of?
It's the life source. It's honestly, I feel like we need water to survive.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we can't live.
because we can't live without
No,
water.
you can go maybe a day or so, and then it's
We're gonna.
yeah, you need water, exactly. So, I think from that standpoint, again, the careers within this industry are so vast. The careers on this, water umbrella, both water and wastewater. We haven't seen much of the wastewater yet. But we're going to be going to the Rocky Hill wastewater plant and so forth. But the career opportunities that you're going to be exposed to, both engineering, HR. I mean, you get to a point where there's never a lack of the background of making water work. As far as that goes, a lot of times you get to a situation where you turn on the faucet and you take for granted it comes out, but you've got the clean water, you've got wastewater. The engineering side. What'd you think of Clarence's engineering presentation up at?
Honestly, I like the way he explained it. I like the way that we got to see the pictures of
Yep.
like the construction sites and like everything. I think that gave me like I got to like imagine like what he like goes through with like his department.
Yep.
And like how they design stuff and like. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is that you got technology that is, it's not just in it's in every industry, but technology has really made MDC and a lot of industries more efficient. You get to the point where you've got to use the GIS, you use the SCADA, you've got all of the basically when we went to the West Hartford treatment plant, you got all those monitoring the pumps that monitor through the SCADA, and everything is basically live in real time, so you can see exactly what the pH of the water is, what the turbidity of the water is, what the chlorine residual of the water is, how much is pumping, what pump is on, what pump is off, what valve is open, what valve is closed, and that's something that has evolved. When I got into the water industry, you had to physically go out if you had a problem, go out and figure out what it is. Now, they can log on and say, oh, okay, we need to, and a lot of times where we would have to go in and find out what the problem is, they can log on to their computer and say, oh, okay, I can do it right here. So it's amazing that technology has moved. But the other thing too that technology is basically a lot of the water utilities. I mean, we are regulated, so a lot of the regulatory requirements push where the technology goes. So so what piece of technology did surprise you the most?
Okay, so what surprised me is that back then you guys used to use cards to
Oh, yeah.
to
3x5 cards, yeah.
That just shocked me because I wasn't born that time, and I just feel like during that time you guys used like a lot of paper.
Oh, yeah.
To do like.
We used to go out and read meters, so we had a
Yeah.
book like this, and they had, okay, the address of the house, and you go, am I at the address? Yeah, we go in, then you knock on the door and say, meter reader, and they'd open up the door if they were home, and then you go down and read the water meter, you flip the thing over and write it in a book, and they go, thank you, and walk down to the next house, and so forth. Now, it's, the way
Right here.
technology has moved, you drive down the street in a car and the radio reads pop out. It's like Bluetooth. It's magic,
Yep.
and so forth. And that has made the utilities more efficient. And efficiency comes with, obviously you can do more with less, and which is kind of a good thing, but it's also a double-edged sword because they don't need as many people, okay, to do the things that they used to do because of a lot of the technology from that. To go from there. So anyway, as we start to get going into up at Reservoir 6 in the Park Hampstead, you're going to see the massive amounts of environmental wonderment. Acres and acres of watershed, pristine watershed. They have logging outfits that come in and forest the forest to maintain it. As far as also from the reservoir, you have to do watershed inspections to keep the reservoir pristine. MDC is the largest landowner outside of the state of Connecticut, so it's amazing how much acreage and so forth, and the watershed extends into Massachusetts. So anyway, do you have any college? I assume that you're looking at college. Do you have any
Yes.
favorite colleges that you're kind of
Yes,
putting on the short list?
Yes, I'm kind of like doing a cost-effective analysis like we did
Ooh!
yesterday.
Jeez.
So I went to different like UConn is one of the
UConn,
colleges
absolutely.
that I went to.
Yeah.
During last year,
Mhm.
I went to CCSU,
Okay.
Southern for a program, and these colleges were like so, I guess, effective. Like I could see myself going there.
Okay.
But I don't like some colleges don't exactly have the engineering programs that I'm looking into.
Okay.
So I'm trying to also fit that into the like with cost and
Oh,
like
yeah.
dormitory, like everything.
Yeah, dormitories and costs, college costs, and obviously state schools are much cheaper than private schools and so forth, and it's just a matter of the most bang for your buck. What can you get for college tuition reimbursements and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, it's a lot to look at, and to go from there. But sure. So what do you do for hobbies? Talk to me.
Okay, so so in my free time, I like to write books. Like
Write books?
Yes.
Nice. You're an author.
yes, but I'm not like an established author. I just
Oh,
write
well,
like short stories.
Okay, that's okay. You got to start someplace.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be hearing about a novel. Oh, fantastic. Any in terms of storylines, what are you a mystery? Are you?
Oh, so nowadays I'm more leaning towards like true crime,
Ooh.
but like in the past I've been doing some things with reincarnation
Okay.
and I guess like what life was like back then because I'm really interested in history
Okay.
and the lifestyles of like England and like
Okay.
China and whatnot. So I incorporate that into my writing.
Well, we're going to be towards the end of the week. We're going to be showing a movie when we start getting into E. coli and some of the. But the movie's called The Big Stink, and it's based in London.
Yes.
And some of the conditions back then were unique. So, but yeah, you get to a point where it. You go from there, sure. Now, as far as going into other hobbies, any other hobbies?
Well, as of late, I play volleyball.
Oh, okay.
So I've started playing volleyball, and normally I have practices on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, but I've cut down on practice because
Okay.
of the
They-
Learn and Earn
Right,
program.
right. Well, that's good.
So-
Are you in any leagues at all?
Oh, no,
No?
not yet.
Oh,
I just practice with my team at my school.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So, anyway, what are your musical tastes?
Oh, my musical, like, if I were to go in depth, wait, no, not in depth, probably Billie Eilish.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, like, I listen to anything, but, like, normally I also go for, what do you call it? Hamilton, like the whole
Broadway shows.
play.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Have you been to any concerts?
No,
You know?
no.
Well, we got to get you to go to a concert.
Yeah.
So that's one of my questions. What was the first concert you ever went to? But if you haven't gone to any concerts, well, we're going to have to get you some tickets or something.
Yeah.
My God. Okay. Any other artists beside Billie Eilish? As far as genres go.
I listen to like everything. They're not on the top of my head because I listen to everything, but I also listen to K-pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Korean.
There we go. Nice. Well, K-pop is very popular. My God,
Yes.
for sure. I'm an old R&B and funk, and back in my day, I'm one of those baby boomers that grew up in the '70s. It's like okay, went to Woodstock, and okay, whatever. Yeah, that was cool. All right, so now, if you got stuck on a desert island, what food could you eat every day?
It's a tough question. Like, what do you mean by food? Like one specific thing?
Yeah,
Or
I
like
mean,
a whole
sushi,
meal?
pizza, Italian, whatever.
Probably Italian.
Italian.
It's like pasta.
Alex, there we go. That's very popular. Usually I ask that question. Pizza comes to the
Yeah.
the top of the list quite often. Sushi's been popular too. As far as some people like sushi. I'm not a sushi fan, but
I've never tried sushi.
No, I'm not a sushi fan. But another popular one. I don't know if you have tacos, but
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday. So, all right. So remind me, you're a junior now?
Yeah, I'm going to junior year. Yes.
Okay, so have you picked out your courses
Oh,
yet?
yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
And they're like more like engineering-based courses.
Okay. Are you doing AP courses at all?
No.
No? Okay, all right. That's okay. That's all right. So, well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here for Learn and Earn, and we've
Yeah.
got a lot more to go as far as that goes. So I will let you know when we get this published and go from there. So, all righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of our careers in the water industry and basically the careers you didn't know about. And from East Hartford, Connecticut, Miss Amelia Yonkin is with us. So, Amelia, thank you so much for being part of the podcast, and hope you enjoy the rest of the time here for the Learn and Earn.
Thank you.
And that is all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are on location live at the Metropolitan District's Training Center for our Learn and Earn 2024 version. And ladies and gentlemen, from Newington, Connecticut, Miss Anaya Farmer is in the house. Hi there.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
You took some awesome pictures yesterday.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So, what do you think of the Learn and Earn program?
I'm liking it so far. I feel like I'm learning a lot about how, the technology is just getting better and better.
Yeah, it really is. So now, are you're a senior?
Yes, going into my senior year.
Okay. Are you prior to doing Learn and Earn, what career paths do you think you were exploring?
I would say since last year I have been looking at water quality. I did some water quality testing at A&T, and so I just wanted to, learn more about it.
Okay. Well, this is the place to do it. My gosh. So, any departments that we've gone to so far that kind of sparked your interest?
I think the engineering department so
Okay.
far.
Mm-hmm. Any specific area of engineering, or what do you think?
I don't think any specific area. I just think it's interesting overall.
Okay, and people don't realize, what goes on behind the scenes when you open up the faucet, and I think, that's the whole premise of this program, is to give students a kind of bird's eye view of what goes on behind the industry. The water umbrella is a vast umbrella about the possible careers, and the neat thing about it is the careers are stable careers. They're not something you can outsource, okay, and they're very well paying, from there. But you get to a point where, I think exposing yourself, and the whole premise of me doing this podcast is to expose, juniors, seniors, and maybe college freshmen like you, okay, about an awareness of the water industry. I just retired after 50 years, and so forth, and we're all getting to the point where the attrition rate from retirement, from an operator standpoint, 40% of the operators within the state of Connecticut are due to retire within the next 5 years.
Gotcha.
So it gets to a point, no pun intended, we have to start refilling the pipeline. So anyway, what were your favorite classes in high school, do you think?
I would say science and English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Science.
Mhm.
Science. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, anyway, if you get to a point where, you're looking at careers, again, we've got more departments to see. We're going to be seeing the reservoir systems. We're going to be seeing the lab systems and so forth. I think you're going to get an opportunity to see a lot more from the science stuff, so forth. What'd you think of the construction project we saw this morning?
I thought it was cool. So I know, like, growing up, I see, like, the sandboxes of the construction. I've never seen it full scale, you know what I mean? So
that's
that
the
was
real
cool.
deal.
Mhm.
Big machines, a lot of dirt, a lot of
Yeah.
mud.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've got the trades, and that's the other thing too, both the water, and that's basically both. The tunnel project is going to help both the water and the wastewater side, because as you see, the wastewater and has to go someplace, and the stormwater has to go someplace, and that's the whole purpose of them building that tunnel, is so it doesn't overwhelm the wastewater department, to go there. So we have a lot of opportunities there. Now, what did you think of the safety programs and so forth that they had in place?
I wouldn't say they're very high tech, but I feel like if it's not broke, you don't have to really fix it. You know what I mean? Like, they're just using what's always worked for them, and I think.
Well,
that's,
yeah, and the thing is, safety is paramount here in the industry, because when people go to work, you want to make sure they come to work and they go home at night.
Yeah.
You don't want them, falling in holes or getting, in cave-ins or electrical and all that kind of stuff. What'd you think of the West Hartford treatment plant?
I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't expect it to be so vast. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of water that they have there, and I don't know. It was really interesting to see.
Well, it's the largest slow sand filter in the Northeast. So it's and it's old, but it still works.
Yeah.
And the old saying, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it." But it's the type of thing. It's with the water industry, and it's not just the water and the wastewater industry, but every industry. We're experiencing a vast pandemic, of aging infrastructure. The roads, the bridges, and the roads and the bridges are stuff that you can see. But when you're getting into water and wastewater industry, it's underground, it's out of sight, out of mind, and a lot of stuff you don't realize. MDC has water mains in the ground that are 100 years old.
Yeah.
They go from there. So, what was your favorite course in high school?
Favorite course? I would say environmental science, or other than that, I just took AP Lang. I like that one too.
Okay, all right. Now, you kind of also have an interest in photography, so tell me how that started.
I don't know. I feel like I used to go to an art school
Oh,
called
okay.
Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts, and I took some pictures there, but I've never really done it outside of that or
Well,
videography.
You did some great shots, you know.
Thank you.
Here, my God. And so that's nice. Do you have any specific topics that you'd like to photograph?
I would say people, I guess. I feel
Okay.
like they're the most interesting to photograph, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
well, yeah, some people like to do nature, some people like to do scenery, some people like to do, some people, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get that. But it's back in the day. Do you have a camera?
A digital camera, yes.
Okay, what kind of camera?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was a Christmas gift.
Oh, nice.
So.
Well, I have my old Canon EOS, so it
Mhm.
works. You know that Alex is taking pictures for us.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's great. So, what kind of music do you like?
I like neo soul. I don't know if you've heard of that before. It's
No.
called neo soul. It's
Do
sort
tell.
of like R&B, if
Really?
that makes sense. But they use like vibrations of like nature and stuff like that. It's supposed to like ground you.
Really?
Yeah.
And now, are there specific artists that, or is it?
If I could fill it up for you outside of this, but
Oh, okay.
and give you some recommendations.
Oh, okay. All right. So one of the questions I asked.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you ever gone to a concert?
Concert, Bruno Mars.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Was that the first concert you ever went to?
Yes.
Okay. And what'd you think of Bruno Mars?
He wasn't that great in person.
No.
No.
No, you know, that's a lot of people are like that. You know,
Mhm.
you get in the studio and they put all the bells and whistles on it, and then when you
Yeah.
get out live, it's like, really?
It's like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So, Uptown Funk.
Oh, that one's a good one. Yeah.
Well, that's his claim to fame. Bring up the stretch, Julio.
Mm.
So, if you got stuck on a desert island,
Mm-hmm.
what type of music would you? What albums would you bring?
This might be weird, but I would probably bring like some Disney music.
Disney.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have some good soundtracks, like some Frozen,
Okay.
some Moana. Yeah.
Nice.
Something like
Lion King.
that. They're pretty good, I won't lie. Maybe that.
Okay, all right. You know, Disney. Have you ever been to Disneyland?
I have, yes.
Okay, Disneyland or Disney World?
I think World.
Okay, in Florida?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've been to. I've been to Epcot, but Disneyland. I go to a music trade show every year, which is in Anaheim, which is right across the street from Disneyland. That's the original park, but they've expanded that tremendously. You know,
Mm.
now we have the California Adventure on one side and Disneyland and all that kind of stuff. So, what was your favorite ride at Disneyland, Disney World?
I don't even remember. I think I was like 9, 10.
Okay.
So I don't know. It was a good time. That's all I
Okay.
know.
All right, now we move on to the food questions. What's your favorite food?
Potatoes.
Starches.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you got stuck on a desert island, what kind of food could you eat every day?
Potatoes. Because then it's like fries, mashed potatoes,
Okay.
poutine. Like, you have it all.
Okay,
Yeah.
potatoes. That's a new
Potatoes.
one.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a new one.
Oh.
Alec is Italian, so his tastes are all on the pasta side and
Oh, those are good.
you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, nice. So go there. Anyway, so colleges. Are you looking at any specific colleges?
I'm looking at Howard University. I also went to California over break and looked at Davis and UC Santa Cruz. I looked at, but they're
Okay.
kind of far. So
Okay, and what are their claims to fame as far as curriculums go?
they're kind of like renowned for their research.
Okay.
Because a lot of their students there, they get to work with like their teachers are professors. So
Okay.
a lot of the times they'll go and work under their teachers and, you know, just make those big connections because like in California, environmental science is really big. So I don't know, it's a good school for that, but I also like Howard, just to go to HBCU if I could, but
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. So, yeah. Are you going to visit any more schools? Do you think, or?
maybe UConn. I live in Connecticut and I've never been, so I
Really?
feel like I should at least go. So,
Well, you know, they've got a great school.
yeah.
Plus, they're the basketball capital of the world.
Yes, the games this season have been really good.
Oh my God, you know, and they kept Hurley, so that's a good thing.
Yes,
So.
yes.
And Gino's still there, so which is a good thing. So anyway, all right. Anything else you want to touch on?
No, but it's only day 4, and things have been pretty, pretty exciting, pretty interesting.
Good,
So
good. Well, we got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
And again, as we start to get into the, the reservoirs up in the watersheds, and, we're going to do some lab tours, and we got a lot at Reservoir 6 and Bark Hampstead. It's amazing, the amount of, again, infrastructure that MDC has, and the amount of careers that they have to support it. So,
Yep.
anyway, thank you for being part of Learn and Earn.
thank you for having me.
All right, fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode, okay, of the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about, okay. And we have Miss Amaya Farmer from Newington, Connecticut. So thank you so much, Amaya, and we're going to have to give her some more camera duties.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amaya.
Thank you.
That is all. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry. We are live on location here at the Metropolitan District Learn and Earn program at the MDC Training Center. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and with us in the house is Miss Shritha Varada. Hi, Shritha. How are you?
Hello, Dave. I'm good. How are you?
That's good. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Newington, Connecticut.
Newington, Connecticut, and you are a senior?
Yes, I'm a rising senior at Newington High School.
I like how she says rising senior. Fantastic. Okay. So, what do you think so far of the boot camp?
I think the boot camp is a very interesting and engaging experience so far because we've been going on tours to different areas, and I like how we can see what experienced professionals do hands-on, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Did you think that there was so much that goes on behind the scenes? A lot of times, people take for granted. When they turn on the water, they take it for granted, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Yes, I believe that there is a lot that's going on behind the scenes because I would have never known that there was so much that has to do with water and everything people are doing behind the supply of water in our state and throughout the whole nation. And the entire process itself is very thorough and detailed, and we need a lot of people to work for that. So seeing the different professionals doing their job to provide water is a very interesting and innovative experience.
Nice. Now, now that you're senior, have you any aspirations as far as what career path that you're going to be going down? What do you think?
I'm interested in becoming a pharmacologist, basically developing medications.
Okay. And so what do you think of a lot of the pharmaceuticals that are out here today?
Today, I've heard a lot about them. Sometimes they are corrupted in their own ways, but sometimes they're trying to help out citizens of this nation by providing and supplying medications to those in need. So they're doing a big job in kind of in having incentives to provide to different people.
Yeah, it's a kind of double-edged sword. It's kind of a necessary evil, if you want to talk about, but,
Yep.
to go from there. But yes, as far as, what are your favorite courses in high school?
I do have a couple of favorite courses. I personally like chemistry, biology, and mathematics. But I also enjoy music classes because I play violin and sing.
Oh, really? Okay. What kind of composers do you like to play?
I like Mozart, Vivaldi, Beethoven,
Okay.
classical composers like that.
Because I also own a music school down at okay, my degree is in music, and so
Yep.
it's amazing. So, nice. Okay. How long have you been playing violin for?
I've been playing violin since 3rd grade, so I started pretty early.
Did you embark on the Suzuki program?
I think I have. I don't remember too much about it, but I have had some experience with that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I used to teach at the Harvard Conservatory in Harvard, and they had a humongous Suzuki program, as far as we had little, 4-year-olds coming in with the little 8th-size violins and so forth. But, yeah. Anyway, well, that's good. Now, are you in any orchestras at all?
Yes, I'm in my Newington High School orchestra. I've been a part of the ensemble since freshman year.
Nice.
So I became very close to the director and all the students there. So it's been a really great experience.
Well, yeah, it's amazing because Newington, you're fortunate because there aren't a lot of string programs around the state, and Newington is, has one of the foremost string programs around. So you're very lucky. My gosh, you're
Yep.
absolutely so. So what are you looking at for colleges now?
I have toured a couple of colleges this past summer. I went to UMass Lowell, I went to UConn, and I went to Quinnipiac.
Okay.
And there are some other options. I'd also want to look at the other UMasses like UMass Boston or Dartmouth, and another couple of state colleges like Eastern Connecticut, Central, Southern.
Uh-huh. So, out of the the departments that we've toured here for the Learn and Earn program, what kind of stuck out for you?
So here in the departments at this program, I'm interested in water treatment because I feel like it's most related to my interest in science and chemistry overall. So I really am interested and intrigued by how water is treated by various chemicals.
Nice. Well, we're going to see more as far as when we get to the Reservoir 6, and we're going to get out to the Barkhamsted and get into the labs and so forth. But there's a lot of testing that goes on, from a regulatory standpoint, and you're going to see, Robin out in the laboratories. It's amazing that how many tests, water tests that the MDC performs every day and every week. They have, sample takers that go out every day just to take samples around their distribution system, and people don't realize that, do that. Have you looked at, as we got a chance to see a little bit of the construction project. What did you think of the construction project this morning?
I thought the construction process was really extensive, and it was a really good opportunity to look at the construction workers because there is a lot going on, and it's very involved. But you also need to be very careful during that process, as it is quite dangerous. So, and seeing all the workers and their PPE was a good thing, and everyone trying to collaborate with one another was also beneficial, and it's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to make different plans possible.
Yes, and like I say, that project has taken quite a few years, and there's a lot more to go. But it's amazing, that all of the different departments that work together. But one of the things that's paramount, as you saw on all the safety is an issue all the way around the jobs. I think the PPE, as far as the protocols, as far as in relation to operating the machinery, because of the proximity to the airport, all of the machines, had their flags on top of their masks and so forth. So, and safety is huge. You've got fall protection. You've got trench boxes for any excavations as far as that goes. So it's amazing. And MDC has a lot of construction projects that are going on. As we start to again. Look at a few more of the department when we get out into the watershed, get out into Barkhamsted, and it's amazing the amount of land that the MDC owns from that standpoint. So good. So on personal standpoint, what kind of music do you like?
I like classical music, and I also like pop music from different cultures.
Okay. Any favorite artists that stick out?
I listen to a lot of Korean pop music, so I listen to ENHYPEN, Stray Kids, Blackpink, BTS, those groups.
Yeah. Into K-pop at all?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, exactly. So one of the questions I always ask, if you're stuck on a desert island, what kind of what albums would you bring to listen to? Now this is going back. I'm old school albums.
I honestly don't know, but there are a couple albums from one of my favorite groups, ENHYPEN. Maybe I'll bring one of those. I don't know which one for sure, but anything having to do with them, I would bring that along with me to listen because I need music in my life.
Oh yes, exactly. Now, when you say are you a consistent practicer?
I do practice often, but sometimes I end up not doing that because I have like some other commitments. So
Okay.
it's been a little more difficult like throughout the end of high school, but earlier I used to practice like even more regularly, and that was like really helpful.
Oh, okay. Now, you're in the orchestra now. Does that meet every day at school?
Yes, we do meet every day at school. It's a class period, so we do get credit for it. It's a nice experience, probably one of the highlights of my day.
Mm-hmm. And so, how many are in the orchestra?
It's not a very big ensemble. Like people have lost interest over the years, like since elementary school. So there's like almost like 40 people.
Well, 40 is a decent amount.
Yeah.
You know, my gosh. Now, do they combine the concerts at the school with band, or do they have a separate concert for orchestra?
Occasionally they do combine with band, but we mostly perform our music on our own. So we have our own concerts. The band has their own concert, and then chorus also has its own concert. So.
Ah, okay. Now, are there separate teachers for band and chorus?
So chorus, there is one teacher, and then band and orchestra, another teacher. So
Okay.
just two teachers.
Two
Yep.
teachers. Oh, I see. Okay, great. All right. So the next thing we got to get to the food question. What's your favorite type of food?
I like Indian food and like other types of Asian cuisines.
Spicy or not spicy?
I love spicy food, so I eat it often.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like tacos?
Yeah, I've eaten them before. They're good.
Okay. So, do you cook any of your dishes?
I don't cook too much. Credit goes to my mom for like cooking most of my meals.
Okay.
But I do try to cook whenever I can, just to like practice,
Uh-huh.
just feed myself. So.
So now, what as far as your colleges that you're looking at, what are you thinking? More in-state, out-of-state?
I'm thinking of in-state. I'm like very interested in going to UConn, but if not, I'd go to like UMass and like the northeast area, because like I'm not gonna go like too far, but like I'm gonna like stay around over here.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, UConn is, that's the basketball capital of the world.
Mhm.
And so
Yep.
forth. So both men and women. So they do a great job. So fantastic. All right. So we're gonna a lot more to go for the Learn and Earn. We've got one more day tomorrow, rounding out this week, but then we have all next week, which you're going to be doing. Professor Winterbottom's working on some lab stuff with you and so forth. So how's that going? Did you enjoy the solution the dilution problems?
Yes, I did enjoy that because like I am a person who does enjoy labs, so it was like an interesting experience.
Yes, amazing. So that's great. So anyway, all right. Again, thank you so much for taking part in our podcast series and the whole
Yep.
premise of the podcast. Obviously, I'm just trying to get our succession planning awareness, okay, with high schools, juniors, seniors, and college freshmen. So we hope you found the Learn and Earn program beneficial, and I
Mhm.
hope you enjoy it. So
Yep.
anyway, all right.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the Careers You Didn't Know About. And with us in the house, okay, is Ms. Arisha Navarrata. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
and enjoy the rest of the boot camp.
Yep.
All righty. Let's do it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the Careers You Didn't Know About. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and we are on location here at the Metropolitan District's Learn and Earn 2024 edition. So with us in the house from Newington, Connecticut, is Miss Ishal Saheed. Hi, Ishal. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing. What do you think of the boot camp so far?
I think it's been a great experience. It was very informative. I got to learn about different careers, which I may have never learned about if I never joined this program.
Mean I didn't bore you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah. What the careers in the water industry, and I've been, like I said, I've been in the industry 50 years, and one of the sad parts about, and it's not just in this industry, but the attrition rate and retirement rate. All us old guys are timing out here, and we got to start refilling the pipeline, so to speak, literally. As far as that goes. Did you think that the amount of opportunity within that wastewater umbrella was as large as it is?
I think so. I mean, we got to learn. We got to have a close up at, for example, the construction site that we worked out. Like if in here we got to see a close up of what people would actually do, and we got to see some of the different tasks and some of the benefit disadvantages of being in there.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was really interesting to see like how close we could, like, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Well, it's just experiencing it, and
Yeah.
making people, you don't know, and again, people a lot of times take for granted, people turn on the water faucet and water comes out, but, the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes to make all that happen, not only on the wastewater side, but on the water side, you get to a point where you've got careers, you've got HR people, you've got engineers, you've got biologists, you've got lab technicians, you've got construction people like we saw this morning, and so forth. And that all is all part of that big umbrella. I think we've got a lot more to go. We have one more day this week, but we're going to be going up to, the Bark Hampstead, the reservoir, and Reservoir 6, and you're going to see a lot of lab work and, a lot of the environmental stuff that goes on, within in the watershed. MDC is a, like I say, a large organization. They have probably 40,000 customers.
Oh, wow.
In the 8 towns that they service, and so. It's a big responsibility.
It is.
It's a big responsibility. So,
every time, like now when I'm at home, I feel so like attentive. Like every time I'm like flushing the toilet, taking a shower, washing the dishes, I just think about like how the water is pure and how it goes through such a long and huge process just for a family of 4
Yeah.
to have the water that we
Sure.
get.
Exactly. And it's safe. It's and from a standpoint, you look at we compared the cost of bottled water versus city water, so to speak. 53 cents for 100 cubic feet. 100 cubic feet is a cubic foot is 7.5 gallons times 100. Okay, for 53 cents. Okay, how much do you pay for a bottle of water? Poland Springs, if you go in the gas station, $2. If you go to the ballpark, it's $5.
Yeah.
Okay, people don't realize, and the amount of regulations that we as a water utility have to adhere to is a lot more stringent than the bottled water companies. As far as that goes. So anyway, all right. What do you like to do for hobbies?
Well, I like reading. I love reading fiction books.
Okay.
I actually do Taekwondo. I'm a 2nd degree black belt, and
Ooh.
I'm aiming to get my 3rd degree maybe next year, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you go to the dojo every week or?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
3 days a week, sometimes 4.
Okay.
And actually, this Saturday, we're having a test for the younger student. So
Okay.
I'm going to be one of the judges on the panel, and
Oh.
I'll be scoring the students to see how well their performance was.
Ah, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I also do a little bit of ham radio. Do you know what ham radio
Oh
is?
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I already have my technician's license, and I'm hoping to get my general's soon.
Okay. Yeah, I have a good friend of mine is into ham radio, and in Connecticut they have annually every year they bring all of them together, and it's like a 48-hour marathon to see how many people they can contact throughout the world.
Yes, we actually participated in one of them, and it was really interesting to see the new experience of participating. Like, we had, I think one of the competitions we have was to like see who could contact the most people from different states.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Now, do you know Morse code?
A little bit, actually.
Really? Okay. That was one of the things. One of the guys is
Yeah.
tapping out Morse code.
Yeah, I
which-
actually saw that.
It's amazing, they do that. Fantastic. So anyway,
Yeah.
so what are you looking at for colleges?
So I'm looking at UConn, CCSU in Connecticut, but I'm also looking for some out-of-state universities. So there's a couple in New Jersey, a couple in New York, a couple in Massachusetts, especially Massachusetts, because I believe they have like one of the best education when it comes to engineering and technology.
Okay. Nice. So, career-wise, what are you thinking? More engineering-wise?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
But I thought I joined this program to see if I would be interested as a civil engineer.
Yeah.
Because I have a family friend of mine who's actually a civil engineer, and she actually recommended me to join this internship program.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I wanted to try it out and see, like, what is it like being a civil engineer? Like, what are some benefits to it, and what are some disadvantages?
Okay. Well, I think Clarence did a good job explaining all the engineering out there.
Yeah.
He's very passionate, and that's one thing about all of the people that we visit here. They're passionate about what they do, and they're willing to share what they do.
Yeah.
And that which is great because it's kind of infectious.
Exactly.
And so forth. But yeah, to go from there. So on a personal side, okay, what kind of music do you like?
Ooh, music. Well, so I speak a different language. I speak Urdu.
Okay.
And it's actually very similar to Hindi. So I listen to Hindi music.
Okay.
And it's more like a happy jazz type of music, I believe.
Okay. Can you say, welcome to the Learn and Earn program in Urdu?
Welcome. I don't believe I can.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Okay. Because a good friend of mine, when I was working for the town of Portland, he was he spoke. He was from. Where the heck was he from? His name is Nassar Mian, and he spoke. Oh God, I'm just trying to think where he's from. But anyway, he did speak that language. It's amazing. Yeah,
I
great.
can understand more than I can speak because I've actually never been. So I'm from Pakistan.
Okay.
But I've never,
He was from Pakistan. That's right. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah. I couldn't think of it. Yes, Nassar was from Pakistan. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. In fact, he still has family back in Pakistan.
Yeah.
He usually goes back every 2 or 3 years. I go from there. So yeah. You go from there.
what was his name, by the way?
Nassar Mian.
Nasami. Okay.
Yeah, he has family. In fact, he owns a motel down on the Berlin Turnpike.
Oh.
Okay, just down by Route 9, as far as that goes. But yeah, both his kids, Ali and Ahmad, they're both lawyers now.
Oh.
And so forth. But he very, 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 very intelligent, very smart, and go for it. But he would always have analogies, his Pakistani analogies, about getting. He says we have to. What was I saying? Bakadre ashka bubu. Was the teardrop of something or whatever, but that was the only thing I could say. He didn't said that. So anyway, okay. So as far as what favorite foods do you have?
Oh, I don't know if you know the names of them, but like there's this one. It's called biryani.
Okay.
It's like rice, flavorful rice, like spicy rice with chicken. It's just so good.
Okay.
There's also a couple that I don't think you'll know. There's halim, which is like some squished up chicken with, I don't know. I don't really make it. My mom makes it. She's like a great chef.
Okay.
But it's a couple of like that. It's really good.
Nice.
You should try it.
And as far as musical, what genre of music are you?
Again, I think I'm like, I guess you could say classical music or jazz music. I don't know. I don't really categorize myself as a type of music.
Okay. If you got stuck on a desert island, what kind of music would you bring with you?
Ooh. What was maybe my favorite songs?
Yeah, favorite song or favorite artist.
Ooh. I have one. What's his name? Oh my goodness, I forgot. It's on my phone.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Fantastic. All right. So, have you been to any concerts?
Never.
Never. Okay, we got to get her. Alex, we got to get her to go to a concert. My God.
Hopefully soon.
So anyway, I know it's time to go, but thank you. I hope you're enjoying the.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I hope we didn't bore you too much, but we got a lot more to go next week, and it's going to be interesting to see. A lot more things to see here around the Metropolitan District. So anyway,
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Awesome, fantastic. That's what we like. Excitement is good.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the Future of the Water and Wastewaters and the Careers You Didn't Know About. And in the house right now is Miss Shahid from Newington, Connecticut. I didn't do too bad on that pronunciation that
Yeah,
time.
you did pretty good.
I did pretty good. Fantastic. Well, hey, have a safe day home, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. That is all.